Hey everyone, welcome back to Zen Mind Peaceful Life. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new insights that can transform your life. Also, if you find this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Today, we're diving deep into a transformative moment that's coming for Virgos, especially if you're between the ages of 40 and 70. This May 2025, the universe is aligning in such a way that your life may be turned upside down in the most profound and unexpected ways. But don't worry, this isn't a bad thing. It's actually a chance for you to evolve, grow, and step into a new phase of your life. It's as if the stars themselves are saying, it's time to let go of old patterns and embrace a new version of yourself. As a Virgo, you are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, so you are no stranger to change and introspection. But this upcoming shift will push you beyond your usual comfort zone. It's not just about physical or external changes. This is a deep inner transformation that will affect how you view yourself, your relationships, and even your purpose in life. You'll likely find yourself questioning everything from your career to your emotional well-being, and that's completely natural. In today's video, we'll explore the powerful energies at play and how you can use them to create lasting, meaningful change in your life. So, if you're ready for this inevitable transformation, stay tuned because we're about to embark on a journey of growth, self-discovery, and inner peace. As we move through life, there are certain periods that stand out as moments of deep transformation. For Virgos in particular, between the ages of 40 and 70, May 2025 marks one of those moments. It's not just any ordinary shift in the stars, it's a call to evolve, grow, and look within. The combination of Saturn's discipline and Pluto's transformative energy is about to bring powerful changes that will reshape how Virgos see themselves, their place in the world, and their relationships. There's a cosmic invitation here that Virgos can't ignore, one that asks them to let go of what they've outgrown and step into a more authentic version of themselves. Saturn's influence in particular cannot be overlooked. Known as the taskmaster of the zodiac, Saturn is the planet of time, structure, and discipline. It's the planet that asks us to take responsibility for our lives and make sure we're building something that will last. For Virgos, who often pride themselves on their sense of order and their ability to control their environment, Saturn's energy brings both a challenge and an opportunity. This transit is not about ignoring responsibilities or throwing caution to the wind. Instead, it's about evaluating what Virgos have built over the years, assessing the results of their hard work, and asking themselves, is this the life I truly want to lead moving forward? Saturn's influence will create a need for structure in the life of Virgo, but not in the same way they've approached things before. This is about redefining their personal boundaries, setting new goals, and learning to work smarter, not harder. However, Saturn's energy doesn't just look forward, it also asks us to look back. This period will prompt Virgos to revisit past decisions, reflecting on where they've been and how those choices have shaped who they are today. It could spark a deep introspection on their career, relationships, and even personal values. As much as Saturn brings discipline and order, it also brings a certain heaviness, making Virgos face truths they might have avoided. It might be uncomfortable at first, but this process of self-examination is essential for growth. By facing the realities of the past, Virgos will have the opportunity to realign with their deeper sense of purpose. Then, there's Pluto, the planet of deep transformation and rebirth. While Saturn is all about creating structure, Pluto is the force that pushes us to break down what no longer serves us and rebuild from the ground up. For Virgos, this could mean dismantling old beliefs or behaviors that have been holding them back. Virgo, as a sign that often strives for perfection and tends to analyze everything, may find that Pluto's energy calls them to let go of perfectionism. They may feel an urge to release the constant pressure they place on themselves to meet unattainable standards. Pluto's influence encourages embracing the messy, the imperfect, and the unknown. It's a reminder that transformation comes when we are willing to embrace the full spectrum of life, including its flaws. Pluto's deep, probing energy can bring to light the parts of Virgo's life that they've kept hidden or avoided for years. It might stir up past wounds, unhealed emotions, or patterns of behavior that have kept them stuck in certain areas. But as painful as it may be, this is a necessary part of the healing process. Pluto doesn't give us the luxury of staying in denial. It forces us to confront the raw, unpolished parts of ourselves. For Virgos, who may have spent years perfecting their external world, this inner work can feel overwhelming. However, it's through this confrontation with their shadow that they will find the strength to rebuild themselves in a more authentic way. This process of confronting hidden fears and embracing change will not be easy, but it will be incredibly powerful. It's important for Virgos to remember that Pluto's energy is about rebirth. It's not about tearing everything down just for the sake of destruction. It's about clearing the old to make space for the new. This is a chance for Virgos to shed layers of self-doubt, fear, and insecurity that may have accumulated over the years and step into a new identity, one that is free from the weight of past mistakes or unhealed trauma. Pluto is asking Virgos to let go of the need for external validation and to begin trusting their own inner strength and wisdom. While Saturn and Pluto's energies may initially feel heavy and demanding, they are ultimately working in harmony to help Virgos evolve in a way that aligns more closely with their true self. It's a cosmic invitation to release the old and step into a new chapter of life with more clarity, purpose, and peace. There will be moments of discomfort along the way, but these are simply signs of growth. The key is to embrace the process, knowing that the end result will be worth it. At this stage in life, Virgos may find themselves questioning everything: their career, their relationships, their health, and their personal goals. This period of introspection is not only about understanding where they've been but also about gaining clarity on where they want to go. The transformative energies of Saturn and Pluto will urge Virgos to reconsider their long-term plans, to ask themselves if they're living the life they truly desire, and whether their current path is still in alignment with their evolving sense of purpose. This is the time to set new intentions and redefine success on their own terms. No longer is it enough to just meet expectations or fulfill obligations. Now, it's about crafting a life that feels meaningful on a deep, soul level. Virgos, who are known for their practical approach to life, may find that this period challenges them to step outside their usual ways of thinking and embrace more abstract, spiritual aspects of existence. It's an opportunity to reconnect with their heart's desires and to align more deeply with their authentic self. As Saturn and Pluto move through the skies, the energies they bring will encourage Virgos to stop living in the shadows of other people's expectations and to start living for themselves. This is a powerful time for Virgos to step into their own power, redefine their relationships with others, and embrace their unique path in life. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming the truest version of who they were always meant to be. Throughout this period, Virgos may experience moments of clarity, where they suddenly see their life in a new light. These moments may feel like epiphanies, where the pieces of their life puzzle suddenly come together in a way that makes sense. This is the magic of Pluto and Saturn working together, helping Virgos release what no longer serves them and embrace what lies ahead with courage and confidence. It's a time to reflect, reset, and reinvent. As the astrological forces of Saturn and Pluto influence Virgos in May 2025, it's not just about internal shifts, there will also be profound changes in how Virgos perceive their relationships and how they connect with others. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, are about to take on a new dimension. For many Virgos, their sense of responsibility towards others has been a cornerstone of their existence. They've often been the ones who take charge, offer advice, and provide support. However, as Saturn and Pluto push for transformation, Virgos may find that the way they engage with the people in their lives is shifting dramatically. There is a deepening sense of needing to reassess the roles they play in these relationships. This transformation in relationships will require Virgos to reconsider what they need from others and what they are willing to give. For years, they may have been in the habit of putting others first, often neglecting their own needs in the process. With Pluto's energy urging Virgos to look inward and Saturn's need for structure and responsibility, they'll be called to redefine the balance in their relationships. This could involve setting healthier boundaries, asking for more support, or even rethinking connections that no longer serve their well-being. The urge to put themselves first, something that might have been difficult for them in the past, will become more pronounced. As Virgos begin to engage in this introspection, they'll also be asked to release past wounds or patterns that have hindered them in relationships. Pluto's transformative energy often brings unresolved emotions to the surface. For Virgos, this could mean confronting issues of trust, vulnerability, or fear of rejection. These deep-seated emotional patterns may have caused them to close off or avoid being fully open with others. But the time for healing is coming. Virgos will need to dig deep and confront these fears head-on. It's not easy to face the emotional baggage of the past, especially when it has shaped the way they interact with others. But doing so will open up the possibility for deeper, more authentic connections. By letting go of these old fears, Virgos will be able to build more meaningful and genuine relationships going forward. The shift in relationships also extends to the way Virgos relate to themselves. For much of their lives, Virgos have defined themselves through their ability to be helpful, reliable, and service-oriented. But as the planets align in May 2025, they will be pushed to look at their own self-worth and self-image. The intense energy from Saturn and Pluto will challenge them to examine their internal narrative, the way they view themselves and their value in the world. Virgos have often been critical of themselves, striving for perfection while being their own harshest critics. This tendency to focus on flaws or mistakes, rather than acknowledging their strengths, will come under scrutiny during this period. As they confront this inner dialogue, Virgos will be asked to practice self-compassion. It's one thing to be hard on yourself to achieve goals, but it's another to constantly criticize yourself for every misstep. The transformative energy of Pluto is here to help Virgos shift from self-criticism to self-acceptance. They'll be called to see themselves as worthy of love, success, and happiness, regardless of their flaws. It's important to remember that this process will take time, and there may be moments when old patterns of perfectionism creep in. However, with the guidance of Saturn's structure and discipline, Virgos can learn to create new habits, ones that nurture their mental and emotional health. As Virgos continue to explore this journey of self-discovery, the changes in their internal landscape will reflect outwardly in how they approach their lives. There's a chance that many Virgos will feel a renewed sense of freedom, shedding the weight of unrealistic expectations and stepping into a more authentic and self-empowered version of themselves. This is the power of Pluto's energy. It may seem intense and even unsettling at times, but it is ultimately about freeing Virgos from the limitations they've imposed on themselves. It's not just about releasing past trauma, it's about rewriting the story they've been telling themselves about who they are. This process of transformation also extends to Virgos' career and ambitions. The influence of Saturn in particular will prompt Virgos to take a hard look at their professional lives and consider whether they are truly fulfilled by the work they are doing. It's easy for Virgos to get caught up in a cycle of productivity and efficiency, often working tirelessly to achieve external success. But in May 2025, they may feel a pull to reassess whether their career is aligned with their values and long-term goals. For some Virgos, this could mean a career change or a shift in focus. For others, it may involve setting healthier boundaries at work, learning to delegate, or deciding to take a step back and prioritize personal well-being over professional achievements. The presence of Pluto suggests that this is not a superficial change, it's a deep reworking of Virgos' relationship with their career and ambition. They may find themselves questioning their motivations, their definition of success, and whether they feel a sense of purpose in their work. Virgos who have been chasing after external markers of success, like status, recognition, or financial gain, might find themselves realizing that what truly matters is a deeper sense of fulfillment. The time has come for Virgos to ask themselves, Is this what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? Am I pursuing work that makes my heart sing? Or am I just going through the motions? Alongside these shifts in relationships and career, Virgos will also experience significant changes in their health and well-being. Health has always been a priority for Virgos, who are often meticulous about maintaining a balanced lifestyle. However, as Saturn's energies encourage introspection and Pluto's transformative forces encourage rebirth, Virgos may be prompted to re-evaluate how they care for their bodies and minds. This could be a time when Virgos realize that they need to let go of old habits or routines that no longer serve them. Perhaps the traditional methods they've relied on for years aren't as effective as they once were. Or maybe they've been neglecting their mental health in favor of physical health. The power of Pluto's transformation here is about shifting Virgo's focus from external appearances or rigid routines to a more holistic approach to well-being. Virgos may feel inspired to adopt new practices that support both their physical and emotional health, whether that's through new fitness regimens, mindful eating, or taking time for mental health practices like therapy, meditation, or journaling. This period will encourage Virgos to remember that true health isn't just about appearance or how much they can push their bodies, it's about nurturing a balanced connection between body, mind, and spirit. As the month of May 2025 unfolds, Virgos will feel this deep shift in all areas of their lives. The changes that are occurring may seem overwhelming at times, but they are part of a larger process of growth and personal evolution. The influence of Saturn and Pluto is here to guide them through this transformation, pushing them toward deeper authenticity, stronger boundaries, and a more meaningful approach to their relationships, career, and health. While this process may feel challenging, it is ultimately an opportunity to shed the old, embrace the new, and step into a more empowered version of themselves. As the transformative energies of Saturn and Pluto continue to work their way through Virgo's life, the shift towards personal growth and deeper self-awareness becomes undeniable. This period is not just about examining the external world. Virgos are being asked to look inward, to peel back the layers that have accumulated over the years. While they have always been known for their critical and detail-oriented nature, this moment in time is about learning to embrace imperfection, both in themselves and in others. For Virgos, who often hold themselves to incredibly high standards, this shift can feel unsettling. There's an inner push to confront the belief that everything must be perfect in order to be worthy or valuable. The presence of Pluto in this transformation invites Virgos to take a closer look at their fear of failure or inadequacy, fears that may have been silently influencing their every decision. For so long, Virgos may have relied on their perfectionist tendencies as a defense mechanism. If they could do everything perfectly, they could avoid criticism or judgment. But the truth is that this pursuit of perfection often leads to stress, anxiety, and self-doubt. Now, with the cosmic energies at play, Virgos are being challenged to let go of this need for flawless performance and to accept that it's okay to be imperfect. Through this process of self-acceptance, they will discover that they don't need to be perfect to be loved, respected, or worthy of success. This release will not only ease the burden they've carried for so long but will also open the door to more authentic connections and deeper self-compassion. The shift toward embracing imperfection is also tied to a more spiritual realization. For many Virgos, the process of personal growth during this period will not just involve rational reflection, but a deeper connection with their inner truth. This is where Saturn's influence comes in. It urges Virgos to build a structure for their lives that aligns not only with their material goals but with their spiritual needs as well. In the past, Virgos may have placed too much emphasis on tangible achievements, often overlooking the importance of their emotional and spiritual well-being. However, in May 2025, Saturn's energy will push them to create a life that reflects their true desires, one that nurtures their mind, body, and soul. This is a time when Virgos will begin to recognize that their value doesn't stem solely from their productivity or outward accomplishments. It also comes from their ability to be true to themselves and live a life in alignment with their highest purpose. This connection to inner truth will prompt a period of deep self-discovery, where Virgos will begin to understand their own desires, motivations, and even their unconscious patterns. With Pluto's transformative power, there will likely be moments of profound clarity, where Virgos see aspects of themselves they had never fully acknowledged before. This could include facing parts of themselves that they've suppressed or ignored for years, whether it's unresolved emotions, past wounds, or subconscious fears. While these realizations might feel challenging at first, they are essential to the process of personal growth. The more Virgos are able to confront these hidden parts of themselves, the more they will be able to heal and move forward with a renewed sense of self. This journey of self-awareness is also deeply connected to the way Virgos express themselves to the world. For much of their lives, they may have been reserved, relying on their practicality and attention to detail to communicate rather than their emotions. However, with the transformative influence of Pluto, Virgos will begin to open up more emotionally, embracing vulnerability as a source of strength rather than a weakness. This shift will allow them to engage with the world in a more authentic and powerful way. No longer will they feel the need to hide behind their analytical minds or put on a mask of perfection. They will learn that true connection comes not from being flawless but from being real, from sharing both their strengths and their struggles with others. As Virgos move through this period of transformation, their ability to heal and grow will also extend to their relationship with the past. The influence of Saturn encourages reflection and reassessment, and this is an ideal time for Virgos to revisit their personal history. This could mean revisiting old goals, dreams, or unresolved issues that have lingered in their subconscious. By reflecting on these aspects of the past, Virgos can gain new insights and make peace with what has come before. They will begin to understand that they are not defined by past mistakes or missed opportunities. They are defined by how they choose to move forward. This is a pivotal moment when Virgos can release old guilt, regret, or shame and step into a future that is free from the burdens of the past. Furthermore, as Virgos begin to shed the weight of past judgments and self-criticism, they will find that they are more capable of embracing the present moment. This ability to stay grounded in the now will be a key part of their personal growth in May 2025. With the ongoing influence of Saturn's discipline and Pluto's transformative energy, Virgos will find that they are better able to manage stress, navigate challenges, and make decisions that align with their true selves. This newfound presence will allow Virgos to move through life with greater ease, confidence, and clarity. While the journey of personal growth is deeply transformative, it is also about finding balance and harmony within themselves. For Virgos, this means learning to trust their intuition and emotional responses, rather than relying solely on logic and analysis. As they embrace their full spectrum of emotions, they will begin to feel more connected to their inner wisdom, allowing them to make decisions that align with their authentic desires. This shift will not only enhance their personal relationships but will also empower them to take bold steps toward creating a life that reflects their true purpose and values. This newfound self-awareness and acceptance will also have a significant impact on how Virgos approach their career and personal ambitions. As they move away from a rigid focus on perfection and external validation, Virgos will begin to focus on the work that truly inspires them. They will no longer feel the need to prove themselves to others, but instead will follow their passions and pursue endeavors that resonate deeply with their core values. The influence of Pluto will encourage Virgos to let go of outdated career goals or professional identities that no longer serve their growth. Instead, they will create a path that feels fulfilling and aligned with their true purpose. As May 2025 continues to unfold, Virgos will experience a deeper sense of empowerment as they fully embrace their personal transformation. The journey of self-discovery, healing, and growth that they embark upon will ultimately allow them to live a life that is more authentic, more fulfilling, and more aligned with their true essence. With the combined forces of Saturn's discipline and Pluto's transformative energy, Virgos will step into a new chapter of their life that is rich with possibility and potential. as Virgos continue to undergo these deep transformations in various aspects of their lives. Another crucial area that will shift during this period is their approach to health and wellness. For Virgos, who are typically known for their attention to detail and conscientiousness, health has always been a significant concern. They are often meticulous when it comes to their daily routines, fitness, and diet. However, as they face the cosmic energies of Saturn and Pluto in May 2025, Virgos will be prompted to re-evaluate their approach to wellness in a way that transcends the physical body. It's not just about exercise or eating well anymore, it's about creating a holistic balance between the mind, body, and spirit. Saturn's influence is likely to bring a new sense of structure and discipline to their wellness routines. Virgos may feel an urge to set more sustainable and realistic health goals, ones that are not just focused on appearance or performance but also on overall well-being. This is a moment for Virgos to tune into their body in a more intuitive way. Instead of adhering strictly to a set of external guidelines or perfectionist standards, they'll begin to focus on practices that nourish them from within. Whether that means taking a break when they're exhausted, seeking out therapies that support their mental health, or simply allowing themselves more rest, this is a time for Virgos to find a sense of balance in their wellness journey. At the same time, Pluto's transformative energy will ask Virgos to confront any unhealthy patterns they've been holding on to. Perhaps they've been overworking, neglecting their emotional needs, or suppressing feelings of stress and anxiety in the pursuit of productivity. Pluto's influence will encourage them to address these issues, allowing them to heal on a deeper level. This is the time for Virgos to let go of any destructive habits or mindsets that may have been silently undermining their health. As they embrace this healing process, Virgos will find that they not only feel physically better but also experience greater mental clarity and emotional peace. It's a chance for them to reconnect with their bodies, to listen to what they truly need, and to prioritize wellness in a way that feels both nurturing and empowering. As Virgos go through this period of self-awareness and transformation, another powerful shift that is likely to occur is the awakening of their creative energy. While Virgos are often associated with being practical and analytical, they also possess a deep well of creativity that may have been dormant or overlooked for years. The cosmic energies of Saturn and Pluto will encourage Virgos to explore this hidden side of themselves, to reconnect with their creative passions and give themselves permission to express themselves more freely. For Virgos who have long focused on structure and order, this could be an incredibly liberating experience. The influence of Pluto will serve as a catalyst for this creative awakening. It will inspire Virgos to break free from the constraints they've placed on themselves, allowing them to experiment with new forms of expression. This could manifest in many different ways, whether through art, music, writing, or any other creative pursuit. The point is not to achieve perfection or validation from others, but to allow their creativity to flow without judgment. This process of creative expression will help Virgos tap into a deeper part of themselves, one that has been waiting to emerge. It will serve as both an outlet for their emotions and a way to bring more joy and fulfillment into their lives. Saturn's influence will also provide the grounding and discipline needed to help Virgos cultivate their creativity in a productive way. While Pluto encourages a break from structure, Saturn ensures that there's still a sense of purpose and intention behind creative pursuits. Virgos will find that they are able to integrate their creativity into their everyday lives in meaningful ways. Whether they decide to take up a new hobby, engage in artistic endeavors, or simply allow themselves more time for creative play, this period will open up new avenues for Virgos to express their individuality and bring more joy into their lives. This process of embracing creativity and self-expression will also have a profound impact on Virgos' overall sense of fulfillment. By rediscovering and nurturing their creative side, they will begin to feel more complete, more in touch with their inner desires, and more aligned with their true self. This shift will allow them to experience life in a richer, more dynamic way, unlocking a sense of joy and inspiration that they may have been missing for quite some time. As Virgos move through this transformative period, they will start to see the fruits of their inner work manifest in their everyday lives. Their relationships will deepen, their sense of self-worth will strengthen, and they will begin to experience life with a renewed sense of purpose and passion. This is not just a fleeting transformation, it is a profound shift in their entire way of being. The journey they embark on in May 2025 will not only change how they see themselves but also how they relate to the world around them. They will emerge from this period stronger, more authentic, and more aligned with their deepest desires and values. As we conclude this journey through Virgo's transformation in May 2025, it's clear that this period marks the beginning of something truly profound. The astrological forces of Saturn and Pluto have come together to guide Virgos through a process of deep introspection, self-discovery, and personal growth. It's a time for Virgos to step away from the rigid structures and perfectionism that have defined their lives and embrace a more authentic, compassionate, and creative version of themselves. The lessons of this time, about letting go of the past, embracing imperfection, nurturing their health, and tapping into their creative potential, will guide Virgos into the next chapter of their lives with greater clarity and purpose. Now, if you're a Virgo, or if you simply resonate with the themes of transformation and personal growth, this is the perfect moment to embrace the changes that are unfolding. It's a time to take the insights from astrology and apply them to your own life, trusting that the universe is guiding you towards something truly beautiful. The transformation that lies ahead may feel challenging at times. But remember, it's all part of the process of becoming the most authentic, empowered version of yourself. If you enjoyed today's video and feel that these insights have resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who could benefit from it. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the changes coming in May 2025? What steps are you taking to embrace this transformation? Let's start a conversation. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay peaceful, stay grounded, and keep shining your light. I'll see you in the next video.